What is up, everybody, and welcome to the 16-Ounce Gaming Podcast, episode 30. I am your host, CastleWillKill, and with me tonight we have...
Surf.
And toast.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy. So, guys...
Oh, dear God.
Well, this past week was the biggest week of video games every year. It was E3, and this is going to be our recap show of what we felt and stuff. But before we get into that, what is everybody drinking tonight? And if you had a chance, did you play any games?
I'm drinking beer from Norway, Little Bro. It's a session IPA.
Little Bro?
Yeah, Little Bro.
Okay.
And... Ooh. Yeah, that was quite good. A bit of a weird can. I just popped it and the whole top comes off. I've not seen one like that before.
Oh, man. They are old
Rather
school
than just like the little thing. Yeah, so now I'm drinking a Little Pro. What have I been playing this week? I've managed to finish Watch Dogs. Woohoo! I did that while I was waiting for the E3 conference to start for Microsoft. So that one's about. I really enjoyed that. I don't know why it got such shit. And I actually thought the guy was okay. He wasn't that boring.
I think part of the biggest shit that it got was because the trailer or whatever didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah,
like,
I think that was the thing, wasn't it?
Blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
It was.
I think keeping it on the previous generations hurt it.
Yes.
Because they couldn't push it graphically. You know what I mean?
But I really enjoyed. I thought the combat in that was so good because there was just so many different ways to approach things. I always tried to go stealth where possible. I like the fact that you could. I think a couple of times I managed to clear the area without even going into the red zone. You sort of hack a camera and just blow up everyone from a distance. It's brilliant.
Yep.
So I really enjoyed that, and I'm a bit ahead of schedule on Gears. I've done my Gears of War for next week. And
nice.
I haven't played for over a week, so I jumped into some God of War this evening. I did about an hour and a half on that, climbed up through the mountain and fought my first big dragon.
So
really enjoyed that.
God of War your game of the year yet?
So far it's the best one I've played, definitely.
Because see, when we get to this game of the year shit, there is no fucking friends and there is no allies. I'm going to cut every one of you if you don't agree with me.
Well, at the moment, I don't see. Potentially for me, I'm not sure it's so much for you. I have potentially for me, Red Dead might overtake things.
Oh no, Red Dead's the only game that's got a chance for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so I have
it's
to
God
say,
of War.
but definitely at the moment, God of War is definitely the best game I've played this year.
Yeah,
And I can actually...
like a big cross like a 16-ounce family podcast, and Doc and Chocolate and Risky will all be getting cut if they don't agree.
So beware at the meetup. So
And now
yeah,
I can
that's about
actually...
it for me.
I can actually play God of War now because I have a PlayStation 4 thanks to my sister-in-law's husband.
You fucking definitely need to.
Have you got anyone to game share with?
See, I don't know. I only want to play single-player campaigns on that, so I don't see if I don't see myself buying a lot of games, so I think it'd be a disadvantage to somebody.
I only play single-player games, and Surf can testify that it's good game sharing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I bought fucking enough every exclusive apart from. I think Surf's getting Spider-Man.
I'm going to get
whatever
Spider-Man,
the next game is. Spider-Man and The Last of Us 2. Is that?
I'll
next
probably
two big
get
games?
Last of Us 2, yeah. But yeah, what did I get off of Toast? I got all the Uncharted games, 1 through 4, and a couple of others. I can't think of them at the
Probably
moment.
a shit ton of stuff, right?
Until Dawn.
Surf, you probably would like Until Dawn. Because that's like the kind of like story.
The Last of Us
Pick your what you
remastered
think.
and The Last of Us expansion, whatever the fuck that was.
Last of Us.
Well,
yeah, I've got.
I think it wouldn't be justice if I didn't make my first game on my PS4 The Last of Us because I never played it. So I was
Yeah,
that-
the
I
next
think-
game I'm playing no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's next on
Yeah.
my list, Last of Us. After the E3 stuff, I really want to
And-
play The Last of Us now.
I checked the PS4 store, and if people don't have the Last of Us remastered version, it's on sale right now for $10. So digitally through the store. So
yeah, I mean, I've got to say, I mean, Sony, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they have the best like first party sales that I've seen. Compared to Xbox, you don't ever get the games as cheap on Xbox as you do on Sony.
So it's more on the like tier of like a Steam sale.
Yeah, it's like it was probably this time last year that I bought all the fucking first party games, and it was all dirt cheap.
Nice. So, Surf, did you finish saying what all you're up to? I'm sorry if I.
No, yeah, I think that's it. Watch Dogs, I did Gears, play some God of War. And I think the next thing I'm going to do, I just want to get it cleared off the deck. So I'm going to do the 2 Wolfenstein DLCs I've got left. I got the Spy one and the Soldier one left. So I'll get those done. Might get those done over the weekend. No, probably not, because they take too long. So that's me. How about you, Toast?
I mean, I've not really had a bunch of time to play this week. It's just been GTA and Rocket League.
The go-tos.
Yeah, just the usual shit. When I can sign in, if I've got enough time to run some supply missions, I'll go on GTA, and if I've not got enough time, I'll go on Rocket League and play some competitive 1v1.
Have you been in Rocket League? Have you been grinding for the seashells?
Yeah, that's the newest currency. I mean, I've got them, but I've not been trying to play for them or anything.
Yeah, I was just trying to get, since I never buy the keys, I was just trying to get enough to get the the ciphers. So I can actually unlock
it's 150 seashells to get a key and 100 to get a chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to be honest, what is it, about an average of 10 per game? And you need to get 250 to get a decipher and a chest, so you need to pay 25 games to get your unlocks.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I've been getting 12 to 14 a game. So,
yeah.
It's working out. I got about 70 right now, so anyway, sorry about that. I keep jumping in on everyone's little talks.
Nah, it's cool. I've got fucking nothing to say anyway. I'm wasted.
I got a good buzz going. What are you drinking? What have you been drinking?
I'm drinking OJ Gold Spice Rum, which is Persian lime and smooth vanilla, a premium pot stilled Virgin Island rum, supposedly. I just dropped it.
There it goes.
But I'm drinking that with some Old Jamaica grape soda and some Old Jamaica ginger beer and some Old Jamaica fruit punch. Just every time I refill, I'm taking another mixer.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, for me, I got a vacation coming up, so I've been busting my ass at work trying to stay ahead so I don't have to come to a mess when I get back because I don't have a backup. And then video game wise, I have fallen back into the fucking Warframe hole. I played a fuck load of Warframe over the past week.
Warframe.
I seriously like that game. It's so good. It's so much better than when it first came to console. Like, it's improved a lot. And I mean, I played it. I don't know.
Still shite.
The thing that got me back into it is that the Destiny 2 grind was not enjoyable for me, so it put me back towards this, and I feel more rewarded playing this than I do Destiny 2. So it gives me that anytime I want to like do that grindy, feely shoot and loot thing. That's I've been jumping into that. Obviously, been playing Rocket League because I just want to get my seashells, plus trying to desperately get better at that damn game, which I think I've been improving over the past couple months. I actually watched some of the like Rocket League Championship Series highlights and was like, fuck, man, them guys are fucking insane. Never gonna be that good. And Witcher 3. Like this past Saturday, I think I got a good like 2-hour session into that and progressed in the story. I'm just taking my good old time in that game and still enjoying it a lot. And what I'm drinking tonight is from it's from my hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. Been around since 1993. This old ass brew, but it's called Creator Destroyer, and it's from the Oliver Brewing Company, and it's an espresso brown ale. So it's like drinking like a cold coffee, but it has alcohol in it, pretty much.
Shite.
Oh, it's delicious, man.
I don't like tea or coffee, so.
Oh, see, I like coffee. And this is brewed with actual coffee beans, so it has a little bit of, you're going to get a little bit of the caffeine out of that, too. So, I'm chatty Cathy, and I got a buzz right now, so. But, yeah, so that pretty much rounds up. I guess that rounds up all our weeks. As everybody else in the gaming world, their eyes have been glued to fucking E3. Did we have a community play last week? I can't remember.
That was a fucking thing that you went and done because I got too drunk and didn't show up.
Oh, was that one?
I think so.
Oh, shit. I thought that was like 2 weeks ago.
I think that was 2 weeks ago. Did we
yeah,
skip
because we
it
talked about that last
week 'cause it was
episode.
E3?
Yeah.
I thought, fucking no.
It would have been a US one, wouldn't it?
Oh, Evolve.
Oh, it was Evolve,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I wasn't around for that one.
We played a game, raped Ryan. Ryan left, cried, and his pillow. And that was it.
Would you prefer playing as
I joined
Toast, Monster or Hunter?
The only thing I played as was the monster.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And
so it was
I joined up.
Organic, Moose, Doc, and Ryan, I think, against me as the monster, and I just fucking raped them.
Yeah, because I jumped in party, but it was because you guys played that on a Friday night after we recorded, right?
Yeah,
No,
it was
'cause
a Friday night.
Yeah, so I jumped in and just talked to you guys while you all were playing that GTA playlist, and I just got some rounds of Rocket League in and went to bed. So yeah, okay. It's all meshing together.
All meshing together.
We're good.
So after that,
I mean, this fucking we're talking about. Community plays this. That Chester fucking asked me to come and go out and drink with him tomorrow morning. But at the same time, he said he was going to fucking kick my teeth in because of something that I said. So it's like I've got an alarm set on my phone for fucking 11 in the morning to go and meet this dickhead wherever the fuck he's drinking. But the reminder on the alarm is kick this cunt's teeth in. so I don't know if it's going to be a friendly encounter or it's going to be a fucking.
Oh dear.
I don't even fucking have a clue. But he's coming to the fucking meetup, so it will be good fun.
It will be good fun. So after Evolve last week's host, did you enjoy it or did that game deserve to die on its ass like it did?
It definitely had potential outside of what it achieved, sort of thing. Like, it could be a good game, but the fact of the matter is you needed to have 5 people to make it a good game. And
got you.
I mean, that's not the most fucking common thing.
Yeah. Well, that game's dead now too, right? Like, aren't the servers
I think they've
dead?
got dedicated servers for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then it switches to peer-to-peer, so you can still play it, but there's going to be network issues.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's about. I just assumed, it was completely dead. I didn't realise the game's peer-to-peer. I suppose at least something, I guess.
If you want to play something similar to that style, you just play Friday the 13th. That's my favorite. One person versus everyone else in the party game. Personally, like game, especially when you have a drunk toast doing an Asian accent.
That got updated to the latest Unreal Engine lately.
So that should run a little smoother then.
Yeah, it was like a 20 gig update or some shit.
Shit, I better update that.
Yeah, everything's been updated basically to try to make it run smoother. It's a brand new version of the Unreal Engine. It's got solo player challenges, it's got bot mode, blah blah blah. There's so much shit being added to it.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Alright, well, I guess we'll move on. Get into the E3 recap. So first up, the first presentation was by EA. Did you guys check that out? Did you guys have any thoughts or anything? Or is it like same old EA bullshit to you guys?
Oh, it's sports games that didn't interest me.
Yeah. Toast, did you say same EA bullshit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing that came out of that I was excited for was it Unravel 2?
Yes, that was a good one.
I'm looking forward to playing that, but other than that, yeah, same thing. It's sports games. They did like a little talk about Battlefront 2, but I think that game is not gonna. I don't know. It's gonna fizzle out eventually, in my opinion. Battlefield. They talked about that. Same old stuff.
Similar stuff.
Yeah. I felt that I didn't. The chick that was like the host, she was from she worked for Kinda Funny. You guys know?
I don't think she does, but she's always around game shows.
Done stuff. She's done stuff for GameSpot, IGN, Russo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I recognized her. I just couldn't put her like where she came from. So like it had to be like someone in that IGN family. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, she jumps around a lot. She wasn't too bad. I've seen worse.
No, she did fine.
There's not a lot to work with. So would you play Unravel with the missus? Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I actually like the first one. Her and I just sat and took turns playing. Just passed the controller back and forth. It's a really fun. I really enjoyed the first one.
Me too. It was really good.
And the second one, like adding the second player / you controlling two players will add a little bit to the puzzles. I think it'll be pretty fun. So, all right, we'll move on from EA. Obviously, none of us are really into that, so it'll just get boring.
Not for me. A bit too much FIFA and Madden for me.
So next up, we got the Microsoft presentation, which I personally thought went pretty well. I like the fact that they came out and it was just like game. That was just game after game after game. I know a lot of the stuff was time exclusive, and people are like, they don't really have that many exclusives, blah blah blah. Like, but I like the focus on a shit ton of games, and I think we're trying to get the message across that like you're going to get the best out of the Xbox One X if you play this game here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought they had a great confidence. And I think I was working it out over the week, actually. They might not be big AAAs like Sony's, but they had just as many. Because Sony only showed 4 games. And I think Microsoft managed to throw at least 4 proper console exclusives. I mean, they had Horizon, Battletoads, Crackdown, and one other which I can't think of. So, I mean, they're not Last of Us's and Death Strandings or whatever, but they did have just as many as Sony, and then there were all the other games as well. And like you said, I like the fact there wasn't any crap around the edges. There's very little talking, no controllers or updates to the OS. It was just all game.
Yeah. Toast, what about you? What did you think?
Yep. It was the best conference, everything that was there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then I think the big news, which is really good for the future of Microsoft, which is the only time that Spencer came out and just like straight up talked, was talking about the 5 acquisitions they made.
Yes.
And I think that's huge because that's just more studios to make Microsoft like Xbox exclusive. Well, I'm going to say Microsoft exclusive because they want to stay competitive in the PC market as well.
Yeah, I think the days of Xbox exclusives are gone. I think they need to think of a new term.
Yeah,
so,
Microsoft exclusive. They could just say that, I guess. But yeah. So like, I'm pretty excited about that because who knows what the future holds with all those acquisitions.
The only worry now is how long you get a turnaround on some of those. I mean, like Compulsion Games, they're just about to ship their last game, aren't they? Their latest game, so it's going to be a while before you see anything from them.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, do you see? Is it who does the zombie game? Was it Undead Labs or whatever?
Undead Labs.
Do you see them doing any other sort of games, or are they going to be a bit like? Of Microsoft bought another studio that just does one game.
Working on Fable.
Say that again, Toast.
Are they not the ones that are?
Playground are going to do Fable.
Playground. Aye, my bad.
So I'm just wondering about like the Undead Labs one. Is it a bit like 343 only does Halo? Are Undead Labs only going to do State of Decay games, or are they going to get the chance to branch out and do other things?
Maybe they get a chance. Either they get a chance to do something, or they get a chance to make a fucking State of Decay that isn't buggy as fuck.
True. See, my thought is that I would hope that they would get a chance to do something else, because I think if they pumped out State of Decay very often, that could get boring.
Yes,
it can kind of like die out. But if they could pump out something else other than State of Decay and kind of do a rotation or something, that would be pretty cool.
But I think the two that really excited me were the brand new studio and Ninja Theory. I think were the two standouts there. And probably just after that, Playground Games, because Horizon games are always brilliant, so it'll be amazing to see what they can do. But yeah, I think Ninja Theory was probably the biggest surprise of the conference.
Or the badass Cyberpunk 2077 trailer at the end.
Oh, that was just so well done.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know about you guys, but when that first happened, I was like, Watch Dogs 3. Like, that was the first thing that popped in my head, because it was like the whole hacking thing. You know what I mean?
I thought, no, I was pretty sure it was Cyberpunk because I knew that they were going to show it. And did you guys hear those codes they were showing were actually Witcher 3 games?
Say that again?
Oh, yeah, all the codes that popped up.
And that hack bit, there's a series where a pile of codes went by that looks like Microsoft game codes, and they were actually codes for Witcher 3.
So people got free Witcher 3. Oh, damn.
Free copies of Witcher 3, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, enjoy a very long game that's really good. I thought Microsoft killed it this year. I thought, I gotta put this pen down on if my mic was picking it up. I can't help but click pens when they're in my hand. Compared to like previous conferences, I really like the no shits and giggles, no check this thing out, no crazy presentation on stage. I like the just like straight to the business. Here's a bunch of fucking games.
Yeah, they knew what they had to do and they did it.
Yeah.
There was no fluff or whatever. It was just games.
And then another thing I noticed when they did the whole, like, you know how every conference they do the ID at Xbox like montage of games that are coming out. You know what I'm talking about?
The ID bit, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them, if you paid attention during that, down in the corner, you would see Game Pass. Come into Game Pass.
Oh, really? So, like, I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, too. They're really, like, pushing stuff on the Game Pass, which I think Microsoft is ahead of the curve on a subscription service video game type thing. I think that's the future of video games.
Yeah, I would say that was the only thing I would have said that they could have stripped out the conference, the Game Pass bit. Because I don't think people really wanted to hear about AI learning so your games can play just a bit quicker. They could have said that later in the week. If there was one, if they could strip one thing out of the conference, they could have got rid of that Game Pass bit about quicker downloads.
Gotcha. So, any dislikes, Toast? Did you have any dislikes on it, or?
No, everything was good.
Okay. Oop.
No, I can't think of anything I really didn't like. No.
Besides
The
the
only thing I
Game
was
Pass
disappointed about was they didn't release or announce a fucking Elite controller Part 2 or whatever, version 2 of the Elite.
You wanted one with better back grips or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't mention that later in the week, because the rumours were strong that they were going to do one. So I felt sure it was going to be maybe on that Inside Xbox thing the next night or something. It was a bit of a surprise. And yeah, I suppose the only other biggie was the Halo one, because they afterwards it was confirmed that Halo Infinite is a Halo 6. They're just dropping the numbers.
Do you think they're dropping? That's the thing. They could be dropping the numbers, and that's true. Or
it said, do you like the official Halo waypoint thing from 3.343? They said Halo Infinite is definitely Halo 6. We're just not going to number them anymore.
Son of a bitch, it ruined my hopes, and or not hopes, but my theory of it being in between 4 and 5.
Nah, it's set to apparently it's set 2 years after 5.
Lock's dead, I hope.
But that, probably. But that isn't the game. That was just sort of like them showing off what the new engine can do.
Yeah.
And I think that means that the next Halo game will be a launch title for the next console. Because if they're just finishing off the engine, they can't really be working on the game yet. So I don't see the next Halo game coming out to 2020. So I think it will be a launch exclusive for the new console.
Son of a bitch.
Will be my guess. Could be completely wrong, because they got Halo 5 next. So you got Gears 5 next year, which is 2019.
Okay, it's not that long, I guess, if you think about it. Yeah, because they're going to reveal something about it again next year.
Yeah, you'll see
have a date.
More about the story and maybe some rough gameplay stuff next year. And I think it'll end up being a launch title for the new console in 2020. Especially if they're building a whole new engine, because I would expect if they're building a whole new engine, it will be based around whatever they think the next console is going to be like.
True. Yep. Well, I guess we can move on to the next one, which I thought was another impressive, not super impressive, but I still thought it was a good. I think Bethesda always does a good job at presenting. And that's who came up next. I don't know if you guys knew who Andrew WK was, the crazy guy that came out and performed for the Rage thing. But I have a secret love for that guy, because his music's so it sounds so simplistic, but he's a super intelligent / highly talented pianist. but he writes music like that. Yeah, he's insanely good at piano. And but I don't know. Rage 2 just doesn't have me excited after seeing that gameplay trailer. I don't know. It seems like an attempt at combining Doom with Borderlands and covering for not having Mad Max anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's a fair comment. Yeah, I'm not super hyped for it. Depends how much it is.
How
about did you play hyped for Doom 2?
I have to finish the first Doom.
Yeah, I haven't finished the first Doom.
Which, if I played a lot of it, and the relaunch of Doom, I think is great. That game is great. I don't know about the multiplayer. I never stepped into that stuff, but I think Hell on Earth that'll be fun instead of on Mars. And they said co-op too, right? Am I getting that? No, I'm getting that mixed up with another game with the Wolfenstein.
Oh, with the two with his daughters, yeah.
Which will probably be pretty cool to do a co-op in Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Definitely something new.
Now, both you and Toast, you guys both played both installments of Wolfenstein, right?
Yeah, all three.
all three. Oh, Old Blood too. That's
Old
right.
Blood
I forgot
2,
about
yeah.
Old Blood. So, I've only played. I'm almost done the first one. The first and not the first one, but New Order.
New Order, yeah.
And I thought that was a pretty damn fun campaign for a Wolfenstein game. And then I heard New Colossus is just like, I don't know, way better than that one. So, do you think like a co-op campaign playing as his daughters is going to be as badass as what's his name?
BJ.
BJ. I can't forget BJ.
BJ Blazkowicz. It could be. I think.
I was just gonna say I think they did a great job at making a badass protagonist. You know what I mean?
I think one would be he's good with the quips. So it depends how the two daughters talk, I guess, would be the main thing, because a lot of the appeal is just sort of stuff he says as you're going through the game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do that. So how about you, Toast? Any thoughts?
Nah, not really. No.
Your drunk ass ain't passing out. Right?
I'm fucking trying to pass out.
I'd say this is like the calmest team. I'm like, Toast might be passing out.
Yeah.
I'm fucking wrecked. No,
Oh, man.
I mean, the Wolfenstein games are great. The thing I was wondering is, do you think this is a full Wolfenstein 3 type game, or do you think this is a Wolfenstein 2 standalone?
I think
Like
it'll be a bit
expansion.
like that the Old Order thing. I think it'll be like a
The old
shorter,
Old Blood.
yeah, Old Blood or whatever it was called, a sort of half length one. I
Like
think
a one,
Yeah.
like the example of like a one shot comic book. Like it's just like a short, sweet story type thing.
Yeah, I mean Old Blood was quite long, but yeah, sort of about at least half the length for the other one, I think.
Tell you what, can I derail this shit right now?
Yeah.
Sure. Go
And
ahead.
put you two into a fucking date night situation?
Oh god.
Okay,
Because I'm about to fucking pass out.
you're about to
Good.
pass out.
Good.
Fair enough. We'll
Yep.
finish things off.
Yep.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
if
to
it
fucking
peps you
try to
up.
bullshit it.
Peps you
Best
up.
game of the show for me was Last of Us 2.
Okay.
Okay. Oh god.
Most hyped
I know.
game, like the one that I was most excited for was that bullshit fucking parkour zombie game.
Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2 is the one I'm most excited for.
Okay.
Best conference, Xbox, because they showed games unlike anybody else.
Okay.
Worst conference, Nintendo, because I had to fucking take notes for that bullshit. And it was like 18 minutes of fucking games and then 25 minutes of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And I'm about to duck out because I'm fucking wasted.
No problem, Toast.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our first
Surf and
for
I understand.
our first for
I would
16.
rather just fucking get out in the open instead of passing out.
No, that's fair dues.
So, have fun, guys.
We
Enjoy
will
your
do,
date
mate.
night.
Get some good sleep, Toast.
Yeah, get some,
Yeah.
some kip.
All I can say is at least I fucking showed up.
All right, man.
Okay, cheers, mate.
I'll see you.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Toast.
And then there were two.
Yep. Hey, we've all been there.
Uh,
I mean, I've fallen asleep in party.
yeah,
while we're
I
playing
did.
video games.
Yeah, a few weeks back, I was. If you remember that Rocket League one, I think Toast's invite was what woke me up. Yeah, I forgot the Microsoft one, Dying Light. That was a really interesting game.
Yeah, I wasn't
'Cause-
expecting a sequel for Dying Light.
No,
I got drunk and bought the first Dying Light and just never played it. So
no, I've got it
if-
on the box and never even fired it up, which I suppose I should do.
It's something that we can all play together because I've never
Yeah.
fucking played it, and
No,
it's
I've never played
apparently an amazing game.
Get the feeling the new one's completely different because it's got all this stuff about you make decisions and it completely changes the world. I don't think that's in the first one.
Yeah. So, but okay, where were we at? We're on Bethesda.
We're on Bethesda.
That was great. I fucking loved it.
So, what did you think? The stage was fucked though, wasn't it?
I didn't like that. I mean, I kind of got what they were trying to do, but that was kind of fucked up. Like, the people on the backside were just screwed.
Yeah, it's such a
like,
weird layout. I don't.
Could you imagine if that was your first E3? And
I know.
You got a pass to go to the see Bethesda talk, and then you got thrown on the opposite side of the stage. Like, I'd have been fucking pissed.
Yeah, it's like, how was your first E3? Oh, it was brilliant. I spent 2 hours sat there looking at Todd Howard's ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like Todd Howard's a cheeky bastard because I saw his ass the entire time.
I saw his ass for the entire time. He was talking through it for 50% of the time. That's unfair. But I thought that layout was just, I don't know. Was that the only venue they could get? Why get such a long thing one? I don't know. But I thought like their actual stage presence. There was like obviously there's some awkward moments. Like there was the obvious prompt issue. Like the teleprompter went out with what was the really tall dude and the smaller guy. I forgot his fucking name. And like there was the like good like 12 seconds of silence, which was it was like obvious that the teleprompter went out, and I felt bad because the one guy, it was just he was just a developer from a game. He worked for a game developing company, studio, and he seemed a bit nervous, and he had to get even more nervous when your lines disappear. But was
overall, though, I thought Bethesda had a good E3 though.
Yeah, they showed some interesting stuff. I mean, like you, I thought I might be a bit more excited about. I can't think of the name. I'm getting pissed now. Rage 2.
Yeah.
I think I had slightly higher hopes than you had going in, and I came out slightly less enthused than I thought I would. So that was a bit of a disappointment.
It was just something. It almost seemed like a reskin Doom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it is the id guys, isn't it? So
yeah.
And what do you think about? I mean, everyone seems to be lining up for the next gen, don't they? Because was it their new IP? Was it
Starfield?
They sort of that was announced as next gen title, wasn't it? So they're definitely round the corner.
Yeah, which I mean, what the one and PS4 came out in 2003?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think everyone
2013.
I think it just puts that pin in the calendar that 2020 is definitely the year.
Yeah, I would say somewhere between 2020 is definitely the high probability of a chance, but if it doesn't come out in 2020, definitely by 2021, 22, you're going to have a new console. So, and I mean, going back to Microsoft, Phil Spencer mentioned that they were working on consoles.
Consoles, yes.
So I think they're going to do like they did. What they started here is have the 3 different tiers of console for the next generation type thing. As long as they keep backwards compatibility.
I think they will. They cut. Yeah. They made such a huge deal of that. I don't think they can go back on that now.
Yeah.
Which would also mean, I was thinking about this, if they're going to stick to that, their console has to have at least some sort of disc drive in it, so you can put your disc in to play your game. So they've made a big thing about that. If you've got a 360 disc, you don't have to buy it again. You put it in, and that licenses the game. So they're going to have to keep that.
Yeah,
I have a feeling one of their consoles, because they started talking about starting a streaming service. I'm wondering if they'll sell a console that literally all you can do is stream games off of it.
See, I wouldn't want that. Like, I
wouldn't. It doesn't suit me. But for some people, it might be just what they want.
Yeah, I mean, I like how Game Pass is, where you download the game. Like, it's one thing if you download it onto a hard drive and it's playing off your machine. It's another thing if it's a streaming service.
I mean, with my internet, a streaming game is just a no-go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's most internet. Not everyone, not a lot of people have like awesome internet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can still have a decent internet, but I mean, just streaming a game, it's just not going to run as smooth as being on your hardware. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Hard drive, hardware. You know what I mean? Shit. But anyway, the big thing with Bethesda is Fallout 76, which I think is going to be a game that I'm definitely going to want to play. And I think we should all play together because of it being a whole like open world group survival type thing. And
that'd be cool.
I don't know, it sounds pretty cool. A lot of people are like, I don't know about the whole nuke thing, but I think that's pretty funny. I mean, it makes sense. Like, there's a reason why it's a fucking called Fallout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a Fallout game.
You know, and I liked how Howard, because what did they say, there was going to be up to 12 people on a server or something like that?
Yes.
And he was just like, you know, not 100 because, you know, it's the apocalypse. I thought he was brilliant, man. It was like he was up there doing like a stand-up comedy act.
It
like,
was.
I thought he did a great job.
I think I know. What did you think about? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say my favorite Howard moment was when he was going over all the different like collector's editions of Fallout 76, and he got to the one with the helmet, and then he was like, and it comes with a map that fucking glows in the dark.
I'm glad you said that, because my question was going to be, did the language bother you? Because I noticed there's been quite a lot of backlash
No, I mean,
about the language at the Bethesda conference. Right?
You got to. I feel like the backlash is coming from people that are looking at it at more of a business aspect, whereas I'm looking at them using it as marketing towards your audience. Everyone at games talks shit. Everyone at games curses up a storm. So the people that play your game and they're going to be purchasing it aren't going to be sitting there. Anyone that's buying a game like Fallout 76 where you're freaking blowing things up, you're nuking people, are not going to be like, he said fucking.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, get the hell out of here.
As Moose says, it's the first time he ever said fuck in his life. Yeah, I think you might be right, mate.
Yeah,
because he did look like he was a little naughty boy. Ooh, I said a bad word.
Yeah, I think it was like more of a like sensation of like he's been in meetings where he wants to say like this is fucking awesome or this map glows in the fucking dark, and he couldn't because he's talking to like other CEOs and people in the company, whereas here he's talking to an audience and he was just like, it feels so good to say fucking.
Exactly. I think people have to. E3's moved on. It isn't what it used to be. It's not a trade show where it's dry and you just present these are the games that are going to be out in the next year. It's the big gaming event of the year, and it's for the. I almost said it's for the players. I'm like, oh fuck! I'm not turning into Sony, but it is for people
for
like
the consumers.
Us. Yeah, it's for the people who buy the games now. It's not for the press.
It used to
be. It used to be, but things have changed. It's moved on.
All right. We could sit here. I mean,
yes.
Bethesda had a lot of cool stuff. They had like the new additions to Prey. I thought they had a really good E3. I think
so too.
Again, Andrew WK. I fucking love him. So it was cool to see. Like he came out of nowhere, and I was just like, oh shit, Andrew WK. He's still around. But anyway, we'll move on to Ubisoft.
Ubi.
I didn't know what to expect from them. Like I knew we were going to see the Division 2. I don't think I left their conference, watching their conference. I didn't leave it feeling like overwhelmed or anything, but I didn't think it was horrible. You know what I mean?
It was. Oh, what's the word? It was. Sorry. Solid. It just did what it needed to do. There were no surprises, but there weren't any huge disappointments. I don't think. It was just like, okay, I knew you were doing this. Fine, carry on. For me,
let's give Moose is in chat and he's asking. Let's give him an update on Toast. Toast got really shit faced and realized that there's a possibility of him passing out live on podcasts. So he said what he felt about everything and decided to go pass out.
Yes. His favourite game was Last of Us. He's in the best conference was Microsoft.
Download the episode and find out, Moose.
Yeah, he was like, but yeah, it was pass out on air or call it a night.
Yeah. So, so you said that you think they had a solid one, but it wasn't. Like,
I think it was just
standard.
There were no wows and there weren't any fucks really. It was just okay. Yeah, we knew you were doing the Division 2. It looks good.
Division. Yeah, I think that's going to be fun. Good. Did you say Beyond Good and Evil?
Oh, Beyond Good and Evil 2. That really interests me. I've got
I can't wait to see gameplay.
I've got Beyond Good and Evil on back compat, but I've never played it. Did you play the original?
I started playing it when my son was born. I was playing it in the hospital like every chance I got. I played a lot of it in the hospital, and it was It's really, I mean, the original is really good. It's like the open world Zelda aspect where it's like kind of like open world, and then you go to areas and they're dungeons kind of thing. I don't know, man. Like, but I mean, those cutscenes are badass, but I really want to see what actual gameplay is going to be like.
Exactly. You can.
The cutscenes
Gameplay's
are
always
insanely
king.
good looking. Yeah.
So,
other than those two things, there wasn't really anything else out of
Ubisoft
that
wasn't.
I was like. So.
I suppose the big disappointment was no Sam Fisher, I guess.
Yeah, that is true. Everybody was expecting that to happen.
Everyone was expecting that, and that didn't pan out. So I guess that was, you would class that as a big disappointment, because I think everyone had talked themselves into him definitely being there. But yeah.
Okay. And now we can move into what I felt watching it, as being someone watching it streamed, the most awkward presentation I ever fucking watched at E3. And that is the PlayStation.
Sony one.
Yeah, Sony's like, don't get me wrong, usually Sony knocks E3, like they do a really good job at E3. But like, I kind of got what they were trying to do by like trying to like get the people that were there to feel, I don't know, like they were in the environment and blah blah blah. But it's like there's a lot more people just sitting in front of their computer, their smart TV, their phone, watching this, and that fucking intermission thing.
Yeah,
it like after seeing that badass fucking trailer for The Last of Us Part 2 and then going into a fucking intermission.
Yeah, I mean, they had that was definitely the highlight of all of E3. The Last of Us trailer just blew me away. And they fucked it up by completely, they spoiled the rest of their show. That change of venue just completely fucked up their entire show. And it lost all impetus after the best game. Because I'd agree with Toast, the best showing was The Last of Us 2. Because that game looks phenomenal. I'm pissed now, I can't even say it.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. I can never say that even when I'm sober. But you know what I mean.
I know.
And yeah, it was just their entire show was just too arty and up its own arse. I don't. Did they not have enough to show? It just seemed, because there wasn't a lot in there. What? Don't get me wrong. Everything they showed looked, in some way, was brilliant.
Dude, that fucking Ghost, the samurai game.
Yeah, they all look good.
Awesome.
I mean, even Death Stranding, I have no idea what the fuck was going on, but it looked good.
It looks like a walking sim.
It did look like a walking sim. Until all the weird ghosts turn up and the little baby, and what the fuck? But hey, it looked, at least it got my attention. So they had all. They had all the foundations for just to win. They had the foundations there for the best conference, and they just fucked it up with presentation because it was just I don't know.
Death Stranding is one of them games where I'm like, obviously he's avoiding trying to show you the entire plot, like anything to the plot related, because he wants you to be wowed by it, or hopefully what's it? Fuck. I have this is a very embarrassing gamer moment, but I'm gonna have a brain fart. but what's his name is very good at. He's always been very good. Was that?
Is it Kojima?
Oh yeah, yeah. Kojima's always been good at like just slowly trickling what he's working on and keeping people interested.
Yes,
he's a genius at that. He is fantastic at that, and he is really good at like what he does. But I don't know, man. Something about this game just makes me worried that it's gonna be like he went a little too far at being weird.
Do you think it's sort of because he left? See, I'm having a brain fart now. Who did he leave? Who did
Konami?
Konami. Do you think?
Yeah.
He's gone, and he's obviously gone Sony, and Sony have gone. Just do what you want, mate. You're the genius.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah, he's run away
with him,
and he hasn't got anyone to hold him back.
At this point in his career, there's no point in putting a leash on him. He's proven.
No,
you know what I mean.
But not putting a leash on him means you get Death Stranding. It's just like.
But see, this is the thing. When I watched like that trailer or that thing that we watched now, if I saw that, but it was for a movie, I would be like, man, I want to see this movie.
Yeah.
But for a video game, it worries me, I guess, because like. I hope you're not walking and not doing anything for that long. You know what I mean?
No, I'm hoping that's the equivalent of Master Chief in the desert in a ratty ass cloak. It really has nothing to do with the game at all, and it's just sort of like a mood piece. I hope. Yeah. I think the later part is probably more like the game is, where you got that stealth, trying to get past these weird ghosts, and you got I don't know what was going on in that at all. Obviously, every time you die, you get reborn. Oh, so it's weird. But yeah,
what is it? It's the whatever those things are. They like if you don't have that suit on, they speed up time, so you age very fast and die, kind of thing.
Yes, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it was weird.
But other than those three games, to be honest, other than those three games, there wasn't anything else that grabbed me.
Did the Spider-Man game not interest you?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah. The sad part about the Spider-Man game is like definitely the game looks fucking phenomenal. Probably gonna be one of the best games put out on PlayStation coming up. Like besides Last of Us, and that. Like just watch it. Like being a fan of comic books, a fan of Spider-Man, and reading the Spider-Man comics, and watching the movement of Spider-Man in that game, and like him using all his different type of webbing, I was like, this is fucking badass. Like that game looks so damn good, but it's also kind of bittersweet because then I'm thinking, how good would a second Sunset Overdrive be if
I know
Phil Spencer was in charge and would have threw money at Insomniac to make Sunset Overdrive, because they moved over to make the Spider-Man game instead of another game for Microsoft, you know.
And I'm assuming, I would guess Sony's already got signed them up for Spider-Man 2 would be my guess.
Oh yeah, that would be a smart business move.
Yeah. So
but God, that game looks good. That's definitely one that I'm gonna get. I'm kind of proud to have a PS4 because I've always wanted one for the exclusive stuff, and
yeah, definitely on my list of there's games. No denying Sony at the moment has the best exclusives.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah,
especially single player campaign exclusives on Sony.
You can't argue the fact.
Phenomenal.
They do.
Yeah. Now, like people that listen to this podcast, we talk about like the Xbox a lot, but because that's the one system that all of us have and we get to play together with the most. I'm not one of them fucking fanboys that only like an Xbox. It just happens to be the one that I play the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think I would say Xbox wins hands down for community stuff, for multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
For going online and playing with friends. Xbox is the winner.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
I feel like their OS is a lot easier to get around.
Yes.
And stuff. So
and they've got the better controller. I can't stand the PS4 controller.
Yes.
I just can't stand it.
Yeah.
But it's worth the pain because their games at the moment are just so stunning. I really hope Microsoft can get to that level, because at the moment it's Sony have honestly making games into an art form. They are art. They are just so good. So
they're fucking
Like I said in the other podcast, in the recap with the Cross Atlantic Gamer guys, my only disappointment with the Spider-Man game is I wish it hadn't been set in the prison, because my immediate thought was, oh, this looks really cool, but it reminds me of Batman.
Oh, it's gonna. I mean, when they announced that there was gonna be a Spider-Man game, I had a feeling that like the Arkham sandbox style game was gonna be something that they were gonna aim to go for.
Yeah, it was just so many times in Arkham Asylum, you went into an area and suddenly all the cell doors flew open and a pile of mobs flew out. We were just standard prisoners, and that's what happened in that first scene in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If only they'd done something not in a prison, because it's probably my fault, not theirs, but it just took me out of the moment slightly, because I just kept thinking Batman. It was better than Batman, but I was thinking Batman.
It's graphically and then I think mechanically better than Batman.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And what did you think of the
game? Just watching someone else play it, I can see that right away. I was like, this game has way more control options than the fucking Batman series did. Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man's got that bigger. Yeah, so I was just choking there. Spider-Man's got the biggest skill set. What did you think of seeing all the villains all in one go?
Oh, I thought it was cool. I thought they did a really good job. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's a good way. I think the reason why they did the prison thing is, I mean, who isn't familiar with Spider-Man by now? But if you're not a geek and you're not into, but you just buy a Spider-Man game, that's a good way to just introduce you to a bunch of different villains that you're gonna have to fucking take down during the game. You know what I mean?
So
nice.
Okay,
easy.
one last thing on Spider-Man, because we've been raving about this one for a bit, and I would like to backpedal a bit back to Last of Us. Your theory at the end, he looks up and he's surprised and he said, "Oh, it's you." What's your guess for who that is?
I can't remember. Did his spider sense go off when he did that?
I don't think it did, because it was in a cutscene rather than.
Okay. If his spider sense didn't go off, all right.
Yeah.
The first person I could think of that wouldn't trigger his, like, I can't remember if he was like, "Oh, it's you, like, I gotta fight you." If it's that, it's Venom, because Venom never triggers Spider-Man's spider sense because of during the Secret Wars and Spider-Man found the symbiote, like, it doesn't trigger his spider sense. So it could be him if it's kind of that thing. If it's not, I'm not sure. Like, I can't think of who else wouldn't trigger his spider sense.
Yeah, because whoever turns up who's the one who said don't kill him. So these other 5 have been given orders and taken him down, but don't kill him. And then whoever this turns up, and it's you. So
yeah, I guess the only thing else it could be is, I wonder if it's Kingpin, and it was just Kingpin wasn't doing anything to threaten him, so his spider sense didn't go off.
Yeah.
So it would make sense if Kingpin's in charge of everybody.
I was wondering, my other one was possibly maybe Harry Osborn.
Oh, that's Harry Osborn or his father.
Or his father.
Yeah, that's true too.
So we shall see. But a quick backpedal. I think Last of Us needs a bit more of a discussion because we breezed over that. How blown away were you by that trailer?
I fucking loved every second of it. I thought they did a lot of cool things in that trailer. Number one, they did a good job at showing that. Now, I watched a playthrough of The Last of Us, but I've never actually played it. But now that I have a PS4,
so you know that, because I don't even know the story. But you know the story.
They did a good job at showing that Ellie's a grown up now by that whole scene of her dancing and then them doing like as soon as them two were starting to dance, I was like, there's sexual tension, like, right away. You know what I mean? And but my favorite, they did such a good job at that whole, like, I think everyone should be scared of you. And then like they go to her head and then it's just her like fucking cutting someone's throat.
Yeah.
Like, oh man,
I mean,
was a glorious
that
fucking
was
trailer.
That was brutal. That first kill.
Yeah.
When she's sort of like you said, cutting that guy's throat, was just.
Yeah, and then from there on, it was like straight gameplay, and it was just so smooth, so good. And they did very little things to just show like how far the game. Like the one thing that I can think of particular is her, like whoever was playing it, she was like running, and there was just a bottle on like a ledge.
Oh, and she
just grabbed it right away.
Threw it as she ran past.
Yeah, like. In the first one, from what I watched on playthroughs, and I'll be able to have a better idea because that's going to be the first game I play on my PS4. Like you had to like grab it, but then like actually aim and stuff like that, and that just looked like it was like a like fluid motion type thing.
Yes.
Oh man, that game looks so fucking good.
And it looks like you got really like. I was really impressed with the fluid motion between like when she just sort of immediately went down under the car. Or
that was
when
so cool.
When she was in the restaurant and sort of like immediately squeezing through between those shelves and things, it just all seems so natural rather than you bumping and trying to get things lined up. So it went into the animation. It just all seemed to flow. Dude,
that whole scene when she was underneath the car and the person looks under there and like she hurries, it's like scuffles to get the gun and fucking shoot. Like I was like, if that's fucking gameplay, that's fucking insane. Yeah. God, Last of Us. It's gonna be fucking. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking tits. Sorry, ladies that listen to the podcast, but it's gonna be the fucking tits.
No, it definitely is. I think, but no date as yet.
No, that's Sony's prerogative, though.
That is.
I mean,
how many? Like I said, it may take us 3 or 4 years, but when you get it, it is perfect.
Of all the stuff that they showed, how many of them did you get a date for?
Just Spider-Man, I think.
That's it. Yeah. And then one other thing I want to point out, and this is for all those people that are like Microsoft don't have exclusives because it also comes out on PC. There's a lot of PlayStation exclusives that if you look next to the PS4 logo, it says Steam.
Yes.
So, people need to stop that argument.
Yeah, I think. And I would agree, and I can't stand people who haul Microsoft over the coals for giving people an additional option. How have we got to the point where a company can be blamed for saying, well, if you buy it on this platform, you get it for free on this platform? How is I just do not understand how people say that's a bad thing. It drives me up the wall.
It's a bonus.
It is a bonus. It's a bonus.
Yeah.
So
all right.
Okay.
Well, we should probably move on.
Moving from sublime content to cack-assed presentation to cack-assed presentation, and I don't even know what to say about the content. I really do not see. I don't know why Nintendo did anything. If I'm honest, I thought it was a complete waste of time.
They should have just fucking did what they did with Zelda last year. Was it last year?
Just shown Super Smash Bros. Separately.
They should just had a little their treehouse and just fucking showed Super Smash Brothers. And maybe the only good thing that came out of that I think is really cool is a new Mario Party, because Mario Party games are extremely fun. But man, like I thought that their idea and the way they present it was a good thing. Like here's our news. Here it is. Here's what we got coming. But it was just like there was, to me, there was nothing that was there was nothing that wasn't unexpected. You know what I mean?
No, it was like I just felt lifeless to me. There was no.
Yeah. I guess that's what happens when you're like a fucking 120-some-year-old toy company.
I suppose so, but it's like they got the up and coming They're the Zeitgeist console at the moment. It's the up-and-coming one. All eyes are on them. They could have made a lot more of the Fortnite release. That just seemed to come and go. I mean, Fortnite's the biggest game in the world at the moment.
That's a good thing to talk about, because that brought up a lot of anger towards Sony, because
big
people
time.
were going to Fortnite was launched, people were going to sign into their Epic account, but apparently if you signed in to your Epic account on your PlayStation, you couldn't sign into it on Switch because because PlayStation doesn't want, for some reason, just does not want to allow like cross-platform play.
With consoles, I believe they're happy with PC,
I believe
mobile.
The message you got from Epic was like very professional, but obvious that they're like, "Hey, it's not us that's causing this issue." You know what I mean? That's shitty, though. That is shitty.
I mean, that's the problem when you got such huge market dominance. That's why all the people who like Microsoft haters, the Sony fanboys who really hate on Microsoft, this is the warning, guys. This is why you need another player in the market. Because if you get as dominant as Sony, Sony is not your friend. They just want your money. You need competition.
Is good.
Yeah. It stops shit like this happening.
Competition is like good for consumers.
Is it like, even if you set your account up on PC, all you have to do is sign in once on PS4 and then it's fucked.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
It is absolutely crazy.
Come on, Sony. Just let people cross-platform play.
Yeah,
what's the big fucking deal? Can we be past this whole, I'm on this system, I'm on that system?
You're in the lead. I mean, I don't see there's any danger to you at all.
It's not, and you know what? People are still going to buy their console because they make a good product. People are still going to, they're still going to have their exclusives because they have all their exclusive studios. This isn't going to hurt their bottom line.
No, not at all. At all.
No.
It could only help it. So, because I would thought at the moment, if I was a Sony customer now, I'd be thinking, do I really want to buy any multi-plat on Sony? Because I just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, so yeah.
See that, and that's why like I know like we were talking earlier about game sharing and stuff on the PS. Like I don't know if I'm going to get the PSN network, PlayStation network, because I don't plan on playing multiplayer games on there. I'm just going to play single player campaigns. So why spend that money? You know what I mean?
I mean, I got it just to get the free games.
Yeah. That was my other thought, was every Christmas I get like an Amazon gift card from work. Maybe I'll just spend that on my EA Access and PSN network.
So yeah, I mean, I don't. I think the only reason I've got PSN is just because I know you get quite good games on.
Yeah, I mean,
PSN Plus occasionally.
They usually knock those out of the park as well.
But like anyway. I plan, literally, it will just be my Sony only exclusive console. Everything else, anything like Assassin's Creed or whatever, I will always be getting it on the Xbox because I just think it's the better. I just prefer the interface, and I do think Xbox Live is just leaps and bounds ahead of the PSN network.
My experience with PSN network, the PS network, I guess, not PSN network, right? Or no?
Yeah, I suppose PSN, because it's PSN network. Yeah, you're right.
Just to be honest, setting up my account, I did it through the console. It was not fun. It was disconnecting, all kinds of stuff, and I was just like, oh my god, this is putting a bad taste in my mouth. But good note is, hey, I am CastleWillKill on PlayStation 4.
Oh, nice. There you go.
I still got it. But yeah, so moving forward, as we were saying, Nintendo, like, they just took a giant splash into Smash, and I get it. Smash is like one of their games, but I mean, Nintendo fanboys probably went nuts, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, that character, isn't it? That character, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if you're really into it, I guess. But
I just felt like it was the idea of how they want to present, just do like instead of doing a live presentation, a pre-record it, here's everything we got type of thing. Perfectly fine with that. That works well. But the content was just not riveting. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
Totally down. Now here's my question. We keep calling the Switch a console, and I would like to put a poll out there. I guess I should do it in Discord. to find out how many Nintendo Switch players actually play their Switch docked.
Good
Or
point.
do they play it as a handheld? Because to me, I think Nintendo just did a brilliant way of making everyone think they're buying a new console, but they just bought a handheld.
It's slightly overpowered.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that because that's Nintendo's like strongest suit. Their handhelds have always been leaps beyond better than anyone else's. You know.
So I'd agree. I think brilliant marketing for that because I would imagine 90% of people don't ever plug it into a TV.
Yeah,
it's just
same here.
Just a handheld. Oh. So, I suppose we can't leave without mentioning the Pokeball.
Oh, the fucking Pokeball. Hey, marketing gimmicks.
Marketing.
They work. They fucking work. You know, every little kid that's into Pokemon, every fucking adult that's into Pokemon is thinking in their head. I mean, Toast even mentioned it. I'm going to get that.
Yeah, Toast is up for it. I mean, I think
it's clever marketing.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, I was in the park only this week having my lunch. And I was just sort of sat there eating my sandwiches. And a group of people started meeting in front of me. It's like, I thought, what they're up to? Everyone was turning up with fans going, oh, it's sort of like, they obviously sort of knew something. They were obviously people who were all arriving for the same thing but didn't really know each other. And in the end, it was like a pile of 35 to 45-year-old office workers all turning up to hunt Pokemon at their lunchtime in the park.
It's awesome. It's pretty awesome, though.
It's awesome that you got people like that doing that. I mean,
yeah.
So, but there you go. So, I suppose, do you want to do best worst recap?
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, what was your absolutely favourite thing of the entire console, of the entire conference?
The conference, it's a tough one. I would say either Microsoft or Bethesda. I would say to me, were the winners. I felt they both have very strong. That's what we're doing here, right? Ranking.
Let's do individual presentations separately. So overall conference, best conference, I would give Microsoft. I think they just picked the post. I think they
I would
all
agree.
The boxes. I can't really fault them. They came out all cylinders firing and did exactly what they needed to do.
Yep. And then I would say runner up to best would be Bethesda. I thought Bethesda besides their fucking stage, they had a really good E3. And then to me, Nintendo was the worst.
Yes, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the content or the presentation, really. So I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
So, individual best presentation, sort of like game-wise, I think we know where we're going here. I'll let you say it first.
Individual game presentation?
Yeah.
It's definitely fucking Last of Us.
Yeah, there's no doubt there.
Yeah, that was fucking brilliant. And I would say runner up to that, I'm still going to stay with Sony and say that fucking Ghost game.
The Ghost game, rather than Spider-Man? The Ghosts of Tsushima or whatever?
See, Spider-Man, I already expected something pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's good.
But the Ghost game, if there were leaks, I never saw them. So, like, it kind of hit me out of nowhere. And I was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? This is awesome. You know what I mean? That kind of sensation. Okay. So it kind of stuck with me a little better, you know?
I would say, I agree with you, Last of Us. I think my second favourite, because I do like the franchise, I would say, and it was a surprise to me, that it appeared on the Microsoft stage, and I just really like this. It just makes me laugh and smile. I would say Devil May Cry.
Oh, Devil May Cry, yeah, I forgot about that. Another thing we didn't mention about Microsoft, Gears 5.
Gears 5.
That looks good.
That looks brilliant.
Kind of, I gotta play. I gotta get caught up because I guess
you not played 4 yet.
I could play. I haven't played 2 and 3 because.
Well, did you have any idea what was going on in the 5?
I got the gist of it. Like, I understand the universe. You know what I mean? Like
but you didn't know the characters.
Yeah, but there was a lot of people that told me I could play 4, and it wouldn't ruin.
Oh
experience
no,
to
for
playing
sure.
the
No,
others.
it's a soft reboot. There's a big enough gap between 3 and 4 that you can just start at 4. An interesting thing I would say is Gears of War is no longer Gears of War. It's changed
It's
to Gears.
just Gears. I think
now
that's
Gears 5. I think that's brilliant because
I think
nobody
that's
says
better.
Gears of War. You just say Gears.
yeah.
So no, I
They're
agree with that.
just jumping on the lingo of the people that play the game, pretty much. And
Yeah,
marketing
exactly.
it. Yep.
So
Man, I've said marketing a lot this podcast.
you have. So you've gone for best game. What was your biggest disappointment game wise?
Biggest disappointment is on. Okay, my biggest disappointment, and this is the Sony conference. There was no fucking anything about Final Fantasy VII remaster.
Oh, okay.
I was like so like thinking because they've teased it for the past like fucking threes, and I was just like, this is gonna be the year they're gonna be like, bam, here's a badass trailer. It might not come out till 2020, but like here's a badass trailer. There's jack shit.
I'm trying to think what my biggest disappointment. That's a good one. I'm trying to think what my biggest disappointment was. What was I really looking forward to seeing? And I didn't get anything. That's a tough one.
There's gotta be something that pissed you off.
Yeah, there must be something that peed me off. I'm just trying to think what it is.
Yeah, Roz,
dunno,
we're looking
dead air.
forward to Division 2, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Division 2. Yeah, see that looks stunning. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, I'll say it's not really a disappointment, but I'm struggling. No, I know. I'm not going to say that because I was happy with what
It's
I
okay
saw.
if you don't have a disappointment.
No, I don't. I don't think I went in
Sometimes
really expecting to see something, and it wasn't there, and I'm really gutted. So,
Surf, there's
So
nothing wrong
that's
with
fine.
being happy in life.
nope, there wasn't a huge disappointment. I can't think of anything I really wanted to see that didn't turn up.
Yeah. I honestly thought that there was going to be something on Final Fantasy VII Remaster because they teased it for the past 2 E3s, and I'm such a huge fan of that game.
Yeah.
That John, that series, But I can't even say the word. Digressed. I was going to say digest.
You
Digressed.
digress.
But digest would be taking a shit or something.
So,
Oh fuck, I'm buzzed. Pretty.
so
damn
generally, overall, would you say this was a better E3 than last year?
good. I thought this was a better E3 than last year. Yeah,
I would agree. I think it was
Yeah.
a good one.
yeah, it was a good one. I mean, there's always gonna be lows. There's always
Yeah.
gonna be highs, but I think there were more highs than lows this year.
And exactly, and the highs were higher, I would
Yep.
say. So
And then next year we might start seeing fucking reveals for new consoles. Fucking Christ.
I know, that's crazy, isn't it?
So
God, that's scary. Well, I suppose
Alright,
just
well.
to round things off.
okay, go ahead.
I went through all the conferences and all our predictions, and I've got scores.
Okay.
We each got a point for an obvious prediction, 2 points for a non-obvious prediction coming true, and I've been quite generous, and if we were half right, so if you sort of said, I think, I don't know, this game will show, but you got it on the wrong stage or whatever, you got half a point. So out of a possible 21, me and Raz came last with 2.5 points. You came second with 3.5
Okay.
points, and Toast won with 5.5.
Did you give me credit for that trailer of Session because they eventually changed it to Skate 4?
Yes, you said Skate 4, so that you would have got half for that because
God damn it! Why didn't they just call it Skate 4 on the
I
fucking
was
stage?
being generous.
That shit
And I
pissed
can't
me
remember.
off.
I'm trying to think. I'm too drunk to remember exactly what he was. But
my
Toast
wife-
was the only
my
one who
wife-
got a 2-pointer for getting a that ain't never going to happen. But he actually predicted one of those. It was in the EA conference, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
So Toast wins with, but he wins with 5.5 out of 21. So it's hardly outstanding.
Yeah, when that Session trailer came on, my wife was like sitting on the couch watching TV while I was watching on my monitor. When I stood up with my hands up, and and then sat slowly down, and I looked over and she had like a confused look on her face, like, what the fuck just happened over there?
Hey,
so I was like, Skate 4, and I was like, oh, Session. But I remember Session because Organic shared it with me, because Organic and I both share a love for skateboarding, and it was a Kickstarter. So I don't know if I can't remember if it was the same studio that did the skate games. So maybe they got like enough Kickstarter, and then went to like EA might have been like, hey, we'll support you anyway, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That they could retain the Skate 4 title.
I was like, Raz just said, sorry, just quickly go. Raz was disappointed that Forza was in Britain. So,
come on now. There's plenty of windy fucking roads in Britain and no speed limits, right? Or is that Germany? That's Germany.
No, it's Germany. We got a 70 miles per hour speed limit on the motorways. Was it Raz? We got a thumbs up with Pokemon, a Division 2. Yep, I've always said Gears. Everyone does. Smash Bros. And I was.
That's not a thumbs up. That's a middle finger.
Yes, it is a middle finger actually. Fuck you, Raz. So, but yeah. But hey, on Session, mate, it isn't called Skate 4, but it might be just as good.
No, they released another trailer where at the end it's Skate 4.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So why not call it Skate 4? Why did they call it Session?
That's the confusing part that everyone's like, what the fuck's going on? So
that's weird.
Another day.
I missed that. So Session is Skate 4?
Possibly. We don't know.
Oh, no.
It's very confusing.
It's so weird. What the fuck? Okay.
We'll figure it out. Whatever. A new skate game. I'm excited for a new skate
game. Yeah, a new skate game.
Yeah. So, all right, let's wrap this thing up, sir.
Yeah, it's been going on and on.
The two drunk guys rambling about E3. One drunk guy decided to go to bed.
One guy didn't even get a chance to get drunk.
Yeah, one guy was working while the rest of us were getting drunk.
So... There you go, 16 ounce podcast. That's what you get.
Hey, yeah, we're rarely sober for these things.
Yeah, rarely sober.
All right, guys. Well, that will end this episode 30 of the 16 ounce gaming podcast. Please come join us on Discord. That's where all the action happens. There's a channel where you can see nuts all the time if you desire.
Jesus Christ.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at 16ounce_gaming. Also, we are on Facebook and YouTube as 16 Ounce Gaming Family, and as that includes Cross Atlantic Gaming Podcast and all the people on our stream team, which I will try to name right now, but I'm gonna fuck it up. But they know who they are. Check us out on Mixer. They're all listed on there. Go fucking give them a follow. Give us a review on iTunes, good or bad. I don't give a fuck because I don't care about opinions. And thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Game over.